What's worse than an ad interrupting your favorite music or podcast? That uninspired coffee you've been drinking while working, which is why Flavia is elevating your everyday coffee experience. Now you can enjoy cafe-quality beverages like coffee, tea, frothy lattes, and creamy hot chocolate made right in your home office, actual office, or wherever you want to upgrade your mug with bold, delicious flavors. Visit Flavia.com to shop the collection of machines and beverages now.
Shopping is hard, right? But I found a better way. Stitch Fix online personal styling makes it easy. I just give my stylist my size, style, and budget preferences. I order boxes when I want and how I want. No subscription required. And he sends just for me pieces, plus outfit recommendations and styling tips. I keep what works and send back the rest. It's so easy. Make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Spotify. That's stitchfix.com/Spotify.
Ladies and gentlemen of the world, welcome to another week of Eejits of the World! I am Glenn Wool, and he
is Andrew Maxwell.
And the pair of us are
Eejits!
Yes!
Connoisseurs, my friend. We like to scour the world for the stupidity people that we can relate to. People that make us feel
smarter than we are.
People that make us feel
bigger and stronger than we are.
And most importantly, people that make us feel
not idiotic.
Yeah. So, if you are going to be one of the subjects of this episode, let's start by thanking you.
Yeah.
You're fucking Eejits.
For those about to Egypt, we salute you.
Yes. Also, I would like to apologise to the video producer of this, who told me not to swear in the first 30 seconds of the show. And there we go. Hopefully that can be dealt with.
Did you swear?
Yeah, I just dropped the F-bomb.
Did you?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I didn't. So I'm in charge.
This week on Eejits of the World we have
the Eejits of Thanksgiving in America.
We have the Eejits of celebrity feuds. We also have the Eejits of parliamentary violence.
And we conclude with the Eejits who just elected a new leader in Holland.
This is obviously in Britain, in Ireland, and across many parts of the world, just merely another week in November. But apparently, in the United States of America,
it is time to give thanks for all of the plentiful things that they have there.
Like swing ball sets.
Yeah, and some other stuff.
Yeah, they got other stuff. But mostly, I think it was originally about the swing ball sets.
Yeah. Well, originally it was about giving thanks to the indigenous population. There was a problem with the Pilgrims. They didn't have any food. And the indigenous people gave them some food to help them make it through the winter. Suffice to say, the indigenous don't celebrate this as much as
not as big,
as the colonizers have. You know?
But is it ever thus?
No.
Colonizers always seem to have a better deal in history.
Yeah. They get all the best holidays.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff as myth, sir. Apparently, they never wore buckles on their hats.
What?
They wore buckles on their shoes, which they used as hats.
What in the?
Yeah, their heads were so small. That's right. That's how they got across the Atlantic in such a quick fashion, because they're basically human triangles. They just had to lean forward and pray harder.
Or they could actually somersault very quickly, and that's how they got across America.
Yep.
They would just they had a shoe on their head, and they would roll, and then they would keep rolling, and there was thousands of them, and scared the buffalo.
Yeah, but the Pilgrim Fathers, apparently, considering they were planning to colonize a new world, do you know what they didn't bring with them?
Food.
Farmers.
Oh.
Anybody that had any idea how to grow and maintain food. No, never occurred to them. You always forget the farmer, don't you?
I think they just didn't fancy a long boat ride with a farmer. Yeah. He's down in the livestock.
He's whittling. He's back. He's doing his whittling again.
Well, yeah, that's the cover story.
He's asking, is there any sea wolves? Actually, here's some facts for you. Let me throw some facts.
All right.
Yeah. Did you know? Have a guess what animal they ate for their first Thanksgiving dinner?
A goose.
Yes. And lobsters, and oysters, and pigs, and pretty much everything except for turkeys.
Ah.
Yeah. Because although they might have been bloodthirsty colonials and whatnot, and native co-conspirators or whatever kind of, new way you want to look at history and whatnot, they didn't fall for the great turkey hoax. You got to give them that.
What was the great turkey hoax?
Eating turkey.
Ah.
I consider turkey to be a hoax, Mr. Glenn.
Wow.
I don't like turkey, and I stand by that. It's ruined every Christmas. Turkey's an abomination. It's just a big, boring chicken. Any meat that has to be livened up with jam can sod off.
I think you're just intimidated by the size of the turkey. The rest of us like it, but it's scary. It's scary.
Big bird.
If a chicken was the size of a turkey to me, I'd be happy with it too. No. But not all of us are in that boat, Andrew.
I don't trust any animal that keeps its scrotum on its forehead.
Oh, I know. They look like old guys' genitalia. They got that for their heads.
Like the age of the guy's genitalia is going to make any difference. They got a young guy's genitalia on their heads. Like, this doesn't make it any better.
No, you know how your balls get weirder as you get older. They start to look like turkeys' heads.
I've yet to develop the beak. So stupid. Yeah, I don't like it. Turkey can sod off. But here's something I've discovered. You've got your own Thanksgiving in Canada, haven't you?
We have an early Thanksgiving, so we can get things done. The Canadian one is not based on the Indigenous people giving us any food. It's a harvest festival.
Yeah, it's the usual.
The harvest festivals do take place all over the world in some form or another. But yeah that's we're giving thanks to the Lord and
directly
the land for the plentiful horn of plenty.
Yes, and apparently you eat the turkey as well and such things.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we love a turkey.
But here's something else that I discovered. You also eat. You eat something called Nanamino bars.
Or some people you refer to them as Nanaimo bars.
Nanaimo bars.
Ah, that's where my cousin lives.
What is it?
It is sort of like it's a sweet thing. It's the top is chocolate, and then the middle is like a marzipan kind of deal.
You
ruined it.
You ruined it.
No, you watch.
No, marzipan is a big no for me.
I don't know. I might be saying it wrong there. It's that color, but I'll get my aunt to send us a tray of Nanaimo bars, and to give you an idea of how good this is, the woman lives in Nanaimo. That's where her house is.
Was she like a character of a fairy tale? She lives inside a chocolate bar.
Nanaimo is
How many
a
children
place.
Does she have?
It's a place on Vancouver Island, and yes, she lives in a shoe.
As it happens.
Yeah, nothing to do with anything. A woman can live in a shoe and distribute magical sweets. It doesn't make it a fairy tale.
Mm-hmm.
They're wonderful, though. I absolutely love Nanaimo bars. You've made me want one.
Do you get to this time of year and you're like, gosh darn it, I'd love it in Nanaimo bar.
No, we get to Thanksgiving time, which is not this time of year, Andrew. Thanksgiving time is 2 weeks earlier.
Apparently Canada only decided exactly when it was in 1957.
Did it?
Up to that point, you weren't sure. And you just have a general discussion as a country leading up to it.
Oh, I can imagine that got heated. No way, Terry. We're not doing it on your day. You're just looking to get time off because you're hungover.
You're hungover.
You're We saw it. We saw what you were doing.
I know what you were doing.
And you had booze back at your place when you got home, so here you go.
Here you go. There's a twofer.
Yeah.
Twice in one night, Terry. So if you think we're going to celebrate the Earth's bountiful harvest and the blessings of the Lord God on a Tuesday,
You got another thing coming.
which is Wednesday,
Yeah.
where you'll still be hungover.
Is everybody good for Wednesday? Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
do it on Wednesday,
yeah,
but we're
Wednesday's
not
good.
going to do it for Terry on Tuesday.
Not special Terry.
No way.
Oh, I'm the only heart surgeon in the province. Hey, Terry, just because you got the steadiest hands in the whole of
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
And by the way, don't if he doesn't get Tuesday off, don't get a surgery on Tuesday because he's still a little drunk.
He's got his eye in, though. He's a great archer.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so there you go. So there's 2 Thanksgivings. I don't really like it. Do you know the American tradition of presidents pardoning the turkey?
Oh yeah, they do that. Not all of them. Just one of them.
Just
one
one.
baffled turkey gets brought out in a ceremony. Like it'd be like if aliens just plucked up one of us and just dangling us in front of all the other floating eyeballs, like, and then just putting us back on Earth. Like, what was that all about?
Gary, can you answer that?
I don't know what happened there.
It's weird though. They have this. Yeah, they bring out the turkey, and then it doesn't matter whether it's a Republican or Democratic president. They bring out that turkey, and then the president talks to the turkey.
Yeah.
In the White House garden. Oh, what did you do? And the turkey's like, I don't know. Member of a cartel.
Do they do any background checks on these turkeys? What are they letting them off the hook for?
What is a great crime? What exactly did you do?
Yeah, like it was the head of the Colombian cartel, and then they inadvertently they pardoned him, and it's double jeopardy. You can't charge him twice. You can't charge him twice.
There's no fingerprints on a claw. God, that'd be a great name for a memoir. Don't know what it would be about, but like it'd be good.
Like a Howard Marks style. How I got out of the drugs trade.
Yes.
By Tom Turkey.
Slowly fashioning a scrotum on my forehead. Gathering up feathers over a long period of time. Forcing some of my toes to grow together.
That was the hard part.
Probably the most charming thing about turkeys is they can't ignore you. Did you know that? Turkeys have to reply.
Where do you go? Where do you go when you're not here?
I socialise in different circles. Some of an agriculture nature. Yes.
Is that illegal?
So what happens is you see a turkey. This is how they catch turkey hunters. It's very easy to catch a turkey because all you've got to do is make a turkey noise, and then the turkey must reply in Turkey.
Turkish.
Maybe, possibly. but so you're there hunting turkeys, and you go. If there's a turkey in earshot, it has to go. It has to. This is quite there's a nobility there, isn't there?
Or they're just incredibly horny.
Well,
and they know that it's hunters, but they're just like, well, he's horny too, so maybe I'm gonna go for it. You know, I never do stuff for me. This is gonna be a me decision.
I never just go for it. There's a fat man from Ohio in a high vis.
I can make it work.
He can change.
I love a project.
Oh, he's a bit rough around the edges.
Sure, he wants to shoot and eat me. But
sure, but Carl from Youngstown, Ohio can change. Oh, God. God bless the turkeys. I just don't think we should be eating them.
Yeah, well, they have a big problem in America right now, too. Well, first, they have what's called Blackout Wednesday, which apparently the Wednesday before Thanksgiving is the time that the nation drinks the most.
In the UK, it's the last Friday before Christmas, and it's called Black Eye Friday. It really shows the difference between the two countries, isn't it?
Yeah.
About 5 years ago on Black Eye Friday, I was drinking in the only pub in the town I live in that shows the Premiership, and I was there with a mate of mine, and we had just walked in, we had ordered our first drink, and we were about to watch the game, and it was by the pool table. The pub was rammed because it was last Friday before Christmas. Everybody's drinking away, and somebody just, apropos of nothing, there wasn't even a crescendo of raised voices, just one guy was playing pool, the other guy just smashed the other guy over the head with the pool cue, and the whole pub went, "Hey!" That's Black Eye Friday. Yeah? How do you feel now about your Wednesday, Yankee Doodle Dandy men? Well, happy Thanksgiving to all that celebrate whatever you've done with your Thanksgiving and such.
Yeah.
With all your turkey and your contentious history and whatnot. And your American football, which is fantastic.
Oh, I really love it.
In repeats.
Yeah, you watch the
NFL
40-minute version of the game.
Oh, it's crazy. There's a great game of rugby in there. There's a great game. Have you seen this latest contentious thing in the NFL? Is the Philadelphia Eagles, go Birds, Philadelphia Eagles, they've come up with a whole new move in American football.
The electric shuffle.
It's called the brotherly shove.
What?
And they're having 90% success with it, either pushing forward to the next down, I believe it's called, or all the way to a touchdown. And what it is American football's just discovered rugby. They're playing rugby, and the other teams have no idea what to do with it. It's basically they're forming a maul, an ad hoc scrum.
Wow.
Yeah, they got a Scottish guy in, who's the only person who's coached in rugby union, rugby league, and American football.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know this.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes.
I'm a fan of the game.
Yes, it's called the brotherly shove, and the rest of the NFL are like, that's cheating.
LFL, really? The latest football league.
Yeah, but they're like, it's cheating.
I've not seen it. I'll look into it.
Oh, it's beautiful to watch. Because you see giant men just skittling all over the place. I have no idea how to tackle. Because obviously in NFL, you just run at full pace and tackle with your head. You don't even have to grip. You just need to stop.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Facts. Information.
Well.
Interested?
We'll see.
Discuss. Well, very good. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Glenn.
You're welcome.
That was a fantastic detour into legal bestiality and the traditions of the North Americans. And now, Mr. Glenn, would you like a story from me?
I would.
Well, I got one for you.
Okay.
Righto. Hall & Oates.
I love them.
Love them. Gotta love Hall & Oates. Only now, sadly, I've got some bad news.
What? Are Mommy and Daddy still gonna... What?
Daryl Hall and John Oates are feuding.
Oh my God.
Yes. Last week, Daryl Hall of the legendary pop white soul duo
Blue-Eyed Soul.
Blue-Eyed Soul, 70s, 80s, 90s, some of the greatest pop hits you don't know the name of, but are always in the taxi driver's radio.
In the ones you know half the words of. She's a rich girl. You can get by on the old man's money. You can get down, but the old dead daddy, you and I know where you go, and you go where you go, and you go. He get the guy and the ooh, honey.
Anyway, they're feuding. Daryl Hall has taken out a restraining order against John Oates. Daryl Hall, if I remind you, if you can imagine this for a duo, one is tall, one is short.
What?
Yes. Daryl Hall is the big blonde one. John Oates is the small Mediterranean one who used to sport a beard.
And obviously crafty at some level because Hall's afraid of Oates. You'd think it'd be the other way around. You'd think Hall would push Oates around until he goes, I'll tell you what it... But no.
No. It's John. And for a solid week, all that was made public to the press was that Daryl Hall had taken this restraining order against little John Oates, right? And I just had this, it's so ridiculous. But in my head, I just had this sort of Rapunzel vision of Daryl Hall, you know, in a medieval castle tower. John Oates trying to get in there like an oiled up little Viking.
Yeah.
And
John! I just want to talk!
Daryl, let me in! And then John Oates, Daryl Hall up the top going, I can't go for that. No, can do. I can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that.
Yeah, and now Oates can't break that restraining order. You know why?
Why?
Private eyes are watching him, watching his every move. Oh, private eyes are watching him. Private eyes watching him. Private eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it turns out it was boring. It was, the restraining order wasn't to physically restrain little John Oates.
Because he can't be kept down.
Kept away from big blonde Daryl Hall.
Yeah.
In fact, it was just a legal matter over the joint rights of their.
Well, it's
music.
going to make the reunion tour difficult if they keep that restraining order. That's going to be a large stage to accommodate a restraining order.
Yeah.
You stay over there, Oates. You stay. Done on 2 stages. You have to keep turning for when it's a Oates part and then go back for it. It's like a tennis match. Private eyes.
Just back to back, like they're about to take part in a duel, but instead of muskets, it's mics.
Or they could do it. They could actually tour 2 cities at once on the same night and use like a screen. So one guy's on stage and then the other, the screen's up there, and they just have to time it right.
Just doubling up.
Do it over Zoom. Yeah, and then you get double bubble. You get like, well, you see him. He's performing. It's on.
They're there. I mean, they're not there in spirit.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Well, hopefully they can smooth it all over, because Lord knows the world loves the music of Hall and Oates.
I do. I saw them in concert at Latitude, and it was funny in that, for whatever reason, whoever books the stages at Latitude must be a gigantic Afghan Wigs fan.
Pardon?
Well, the Afghan Wigs were on the big stage, and about 15 people were sort of like, who are these guys? And then Hall and Oates were in one of the tents.
What?
And the tent was packed. Yeah. Like, you could, like, this, you look into how many hits Hall and Oates have, and you know, if you're a gentleman of a certain age, as me and Andrew are, you know every one of those songs, and that's who's at Latitude. It's not the Afghan Wigsitude. It's
like Afghan Wigs could be all feuding with each other. We're not talking about that.
No, but here's the problem too. It got so hot in the tent, and this is why I take Daryl Hall's side in this divorce. John Oates has had so much Botox and surgery done to his face. He looks like a lion now. And he looked like a shiny lion because it was really hot in the tent. So he's sweating the Botox over his kabuki mask of a face. Like, if it would be the reason I wouldn't want to be in a band with him. Like, he looks scary now.
Does he look like a condom has been pulled tight over a fist?
He looks like, who's that guy that did the Bo? But he looks like Bo Selecta.
Oh, wow.
like
Wow.
Yeah. He's
Wow.
I think he's added a prosthetic head to his head that he's smoothed. Or we've added more bone to my skull, and that's what's smoothing my face out.
Just an extra nose. Ba-da-da-dang. Oh, dear. Has he still got the tash?
Yes, but it looks stuck on. I don't even trust that anymore. If he's willing to do that to his forehead, what's he done to his lip?
What world do we live in? People don't believe in nothing no more.
No.
They've abandoned God. They don't even believe in the capitalist system. And now, you've seen it right there. We don't even know whether John Oates has a tash anymore.
No.
We're through the looking glass. We truly are, people.
Somebody has to have a talk with John about the Botox, though.
Please. God. It just shows how much John really wants to impress Daryl. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He wants Daryl to be able to look across the stage and see a man in his mid-20s. Rather than...
He could see him from space with that face now.
It's just taut. Is it really taut?
It's just... and yeah, it's the forehead on the man. It's unsettling.
Really? Does it look like it's polished to the high sheen of an NHL level ice rink?
It looks like a goalie mask.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. What an insult. Hey, you look like a goalie mask over here.
One of those 1971s.
Wow.
Just the eye holes cut out.
Wow. Wow.
That would be great if because you used to be able to paint those ones too. So if you had one of those and you painted it into a John Oates face. And you started playing really well until the other team's goalie did a Daryl Hall one.
You just can't concentrate.
You stand that if you're gonna be John Oates, you have to honor his restraining orders. You stay on that side of the ice. You can't come over. It's illegal.
You stay down there. You're a man eater. Maybe that's what John Oates has been doing.
Yeah.
Eating men.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well, he
John
looks
Oates,
like a lion. So
quite possibly the nature of the restraining order.
yeah.
That sadly through the years, while we've been distracted by other pop bands, John Oates has descended into cannibalism.
He's a cannibal.
He's a cannibal now. There it is. So under those
And
circumstances,
that's why he's got surgery to look like a lion. So people would be, oh, well, he's a lion. He's probably allowed to. I'm not allowed to.
beware, John.
Randy.
Daryl's onto you, man. So unless you want to be eventually flayed and splayed out before Daryl's roaring aspen fire, that's your fate, my friend. Don't mess with Daryl Hall.
No way.
No way. He can't go for that.
He's got a pith helmet and he's going to shoot you, John Oates.
Like, with a finer conclusion to a segment I couldn't have not asked for. We wish you all the very best, both of you.
I hope you get back together because beyond what John Oates looked like, it was a good concert, and I would go back. I'm a Hall & Oates fan.
How keen are you on Albanian parliamentary procedure?
I like it as much as the next guy, you know.
Good. Well then,
Raised well in a hard drinking home.
so this week I've been looking into it, right? So it started in the Albanian parliament. Some members of the opposition set off flares, right? Piled up the chairs in the middle and tried to burn them. So their president, whose name is Edi Rama, couldn't speak.
No, that's not his name.
Yeah, Edi Rama is the president of Albania.
Sounds like a wrestler's name.
It is a wrestler's name.
Are you ready for the Eddie Rama?
If you want the drama, come call Eddie Rama. You better pile the Democratic Party of Albania. You guys better pile those chairs pretty damn high. You better come with some flares and some real ignition this time. There's nobody with Eddie Rama. 2 eagles. Yeah, 2 black eagles. Woo!
Little manager flapping Albanian bills in the background. He's all about the money.
He's the terror of Tirana. He's the scourge of Skanderbeg Square.
His mother's name is Teresa. That's how Albanian this guy is.
Super Albanian. Eddie Rama. Yeah.
Wow.
Did he? Yeah.
And who is he feuding with?
He's feuding with the Democratic
Claw. Eddie Rama, when I get you in that parliament, I will bewitch you with my magic fingers and the mystic eye.
They call me the evil of Irelia. I'm fully out of every fact about Albania.
Yeah, boy,
quite
boy.
good. Quite good. Quite a lot of facts there.
Yeah. Almost went out of business, Albania. You know what from?
A giant scam.
Amway.
Yeah,
pyramid selling. They all were doing it, and it almost bankrupted the country.
This is in the 90s,
Yeah, and I think it happened twice. I that could be wrong. I could be wrong about that, but
Yeah, I think if it happens twice, it's kind of more of a cube scam, isn't it? Is that how it works? Anyway, so when I looked into this parliamentary scrap in Albania, it turns out in Wikipedia, there is a whole page in Wikipedia of what is simply called legislative violence.
lovely.
Isn't it? Isn't that nice? It turns, and by alphabetically, it lists every time there's been a scrap in a nation's parliament. And what politicians have scrapped over is just and some of them, right? That my country doesn't appear in it. Unbelievably, Ireland has never had a scrap in the Dáil area in our parliament. Never had a scrap. Canada, on the other hand, for shame, Mr. Glenn. And bear in mind, like, some of these scraps, the Albanians brought fire to the party. In Brasilia, in the capital of Brazil, in the 60s, they had a shootout.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, people got killed. These were MPs or senators actually started blazing up at each other.
Why not?
Well, people died. It was quite serious.
Yeah,
so bear in mind that, like, that's the seriousness that these parliamentary scraps can come to. So there was there's B for Brazil. A couple down, there's Canada. I'm like, good God. If it's like this, Albania, fire. B, Brazil, gunshots.
Gunplay, yeah.
Yeah. You want to know the most notorious legislative violence incident in Canada?
You hit me with it.
It's called, it was dubbed in the Canadian press, Elbowgate. Do you know anything about Elbowgate?
No, but I played hockey and I've got an elbow like a gunshot, so...
It's small and loud. Quick. Very quick and loud. I'm gonna read quick. I'm really quick and loud.
Yeah. It'll take you down.
This is a huge scandal in Canada. The Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yes. Apparently everything about this is the most Canadian sounding thing of all time, right? So it's Justin Trudeau, who's the Prime Minister.
Right.
He gets into he ends up manhandling the Conservative Party's chief whip, Gord Brown.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Gordy.
So while he's manhandling Gordo, right, he accidentally elbows Ruth Ellen Burstow.
Oh jeez.
And that's it. That's the entire incident. Fire. gunshots. Oh, sorry. Oh,
It sounds like Ruth took a dive too.
oh, jeez, thanks. She got an elbow like a scimitar.
Oh, yeah, Ruth's gone down. She's a faker.
She's rolling around in the dirt. Come on.
Oh, yeah, trying to get the ref to give him 5 instead of 2.
Come on.
Check for blood. Look, my lip.
Oh,
yeah, it looks like a bite mark to me, Ruth.
You're biting the inside of your lip again, Ruthie.
Yeah. He didn't have his elbows up. You had your face down.
I don't think he got her in the head. It just says he elbowed her.
Oh.
In the manhandling melee.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What was the attack over? Sir, that is an inappropriate Halloween costume.
Oh, honestly,
Justin Trudeau said, won't be back.
There was a massive brawl in the Italian parliament over funding of youth centres. Oh, what starts a parliamentary fight? It could be anything. But this, of all of them, and some of them are quite detailed, a lot of details in the entries, but this is the most fascinating one. And this is all it said. It was just one line. In the Czech parliament, Health Minister David Rath ended up... In the Czech parliament, Health Minister David Rath fought with Miroslav Maček in a meeting of disgruntled dentists. Nothing further. No evidence. No, like, who's on whose side?
Yeah.
I suppose you would. Well, if you're going to, like, be a grown man and fight another man, probably good to have a couple of dentists, on hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, each bringing their own dentist. Like in a boxing match.
Yeah.
You got the corner men.
Yeah.
You just got a dentist in there too. I say, okay, you're doing all right. I would keep your guard up a little more. But, yeah. Just loosen a few of these.
Your dentist being your hype man. He's going to put you to sleep. You want to sit in my creepy chair? I'm going to make you spit into a tiny bowl.
Yeah. So that's why they hired me. I had experience in the spitting into the... Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
Disgruntled dentists.
Yeah, what were they doing in the parliament?
Yeah, what are they upset about?
Yeah, there's just more questions than answers when you put something like that in there.
So little explanation. Like, what could upset a dentist?
Yeah. Whoever wrote that Wikipedia thing was going out and just was like, "There's more to this," but
it's just like being
disgruntled dentist.
It's like being just a teeth doctor, isn't it? It's not a hard job, and you've got access to laughing gas. Can't ban that.
And if everything goes bad, you just pull it out. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, exactly. Just like you can't. Yeah, it's the ultimate medical mulligans, isn't it? It's not like your heart surgeon going.
You shank it out.
Just yank it out. Just yank it out. Screw it. We'll just pull it out. We'll put a gold one in. Screw it. Yeah, no. Okay, right.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna have to come out.
I've been sucking on that laughing gas all day. I'm sorry. I think I got a little bit of a problem.
I'll be honest with you. I make most of my money from straightening the organs up. Just get them all in a nice, pleasing looking row of organs. Why would you ever be this gentle as a dentist?
Yeah.
For life, you've got access to older copies of lifestyle magazines. Forever.
I think it's just gross. Just looking in people's mouths every day. Just, oh, God. But, proctologists, they don't... There's been no big fights over them. I guess they're just resigned. They know their job. They're just like, I just look in asses all day. But...
It'd be scary though, being in the parliament, looking out from the balcony at hundreds of ass doctors coming at you,
waggling their finger. Oh, guys. Yeah, what do they want? Thicker rubber gloves. When do they want it? Right now.
What do we want? You to lie on your side and just take a big deep breath. When do you want it? Whenever you're ready. whenever you're ready. It's an hour-long appointment. Whenever you're ready.
I once had my prostate checked, and the guy put his finger up my bum, and he just went, "That's a fantastic prostate you have. It's great." And I was just like, I don't want a compliment right now.
Don't need it, dude. Don't just need you to go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm staring at the wall. I'm trying not to be present in the moment. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but I've got a great prostate, ladies. So
Sure does.
yeah.
Being medically approved by some of the finest dentists in the land.
Yeah, I remember last time I got my prostate checked, I was like, "You're a terrible dentist."
You know there's no teeth down there.
I'm just glad I don't have a proctologist with his finger in my mouth. That's the only...
Now there's a double act that we need to see. Screw Hall and Oates, dentist and proctologist. George and Irving. Got a sawtooth? Shitting sideways? Come see me, George, and my partner,
Irving!
we'll sort you out top to tail. You see, Darrell Hall, this is how you can relate to John Oates, see?
Yeah. Flip a coin for who goes first, heads or tails?
You tell me. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's parliamentary democracy.
Well, I'm
A messy business, parliamentary democracy.
Yes, it is.
But nevertheless, it's better than the alternative.
No parliament. Just
Exactly.
Chaos.
Chaos, or being ruled by a brutal warlord.
Well, speaking of that, my next Eejit comes to us from the world of politics too. It is the Dutch have had an election, and they should go back and think about it and have another one, if you ask me, because Geert Wilders is now not the prime minister, but he's got the most swag.
Yeah, it's his party. This is a far right populist from Holland.
He's from Holland, yes.
The Netherlands, which the outside world, if you've never been there, always assumes is super duper liberal.
I know, but due to this guy, I mean, I don't know if you've seen a picture of him, but he's the only politician on the planet because of his hairstyle. He's now helmet exempt on a motorcycle.
Yes, he's an extraordinary looking man. Do you know what his nickname in the Netherlands is?
Tell me again.
Captain Peroxide.
Yes.
And you know what really offends me about that?
I wonder what that sounds like in Dutch, by the way.
Beautiful language.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God they're women.
Some of the finest rappers in the world. I don't know if you've ever heard Dutch rap, but it sounds like it hurts.
A Dutch rapper actually went to jail for rapping threats to Geert Wilders. Geert Wilders. Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce
Geert Wilders.
I wonder if his wife could sing a version of Hurt to him on their anniversary.
Everybody hurts. Sometimes. That's it. People think they're liberal because we're not actually liberal. We're actually stone cold capitalists.
Yeah.
And we're fun, though, because we wear tiny boats for shoes. That's our wacky side. The rest is business, cold business. Cold dollar bills, euros. Every cent counts. But we have funny shoes. So that's enough personality.
Get you to focus on the shoes, but we work on the contracts.
But the outside world has been like, oh my God, the Netherlands has topped the poll with a far right guy. If you've ever been to Holland, you're like, oh my God, that's astonishing that the Dutch could turn out to be racist. The people whose number one Christmas tradition is blacking up. Isn't people who think, here comes Christmas, a wonderful time for children, and blacking up. It's time to pretend we are Black Peter. That's totally harmless.
Yeah, the white Dutch have never had a problem.
They don't find it offensive. And who better to ask about racism than a Dutch guy? Yeah. Who's drunk on eggnog. Yeah. See, I'm blacked up.
Look at all of our colonies. There was never any problem with racism in South Africa.
No. Maybe it went a little wrong, but that's when the British took over, and the funny wooden shoes were phased out.
You know why? Because they were clogging the system.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an episode we've had for you.
Yes.
Thank you. And thank you. We'd like to, again, heartily thank the Eejits for taking part in this episode. If you've enjoyed Eejits of the World, please, you care for us. If you enjoyed Eejits of the World, please follow us on the social medias, likes and subscribes.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Hey, when you're having a smoke and talking to people, just go, you know what I do? I like to go home. I like to oil up. I like to lie on the couch naked and listen to the Eejits of the World. And just don't say nothing else to them. Just leave it at that.
Do us a favor. We're not asking for money, but please.
Yet.
But please, sidle up to people in bus stations.
Yeah.
Just sidle on up. Maybe casually just flicking a dime.
Rest your chin on their shoulder. And just say it. Say it right in their ear.
Like and subscribe. Listen to Eejits of the World. Or, if you prefer vision, wait till the Saturday. And that's when the YouTube full episode comes out.
And then you just walk away.
As if it never happened. It's all we want.
Enjoy your bus ride to Arbroath, ma'am.
Enjoy tucking into that smoky. The local fish delicacy of Arbroath. Will you try and relate to Morag, your quite uptight sister-in-law? What happened? Don't bother. Finish the smoky. And then go on to wherever you get your podcasts, which will be in the link tree.
Get your phone out. I'm going to show you where it is. I'm going to put it on you.
Okay. Thank you very much for listening and watching this week's Eejits of the World with you,
Glenn Wall, and you,
Andrew Maxwell.
And you know what it's been?
It's been a Pod People production.
A Pod People production.
Pod People production.